Hi, this is Charlie Darkness Gaming Zone with another video. So today's topic I want to discuss, well, I want to discuss the topic which involves like consistency. Okay, well, for this one I'm kind of thoughtful on this one because there's a lot of values and good things you can get from like having consistency. Let's say, that is the key for being successful in everything you do. Yeah, it has to be also like back it up with discipline, but consistency is also very important. Okay, but yeah, they kind of go hand on hand, right? They kind of go hand on hand. But yeah, consistency will get you like far away in life. Like, it's like a skill you have to like develop to like improve in life. Even sometimes you want to quit, even when like there's a lot of obstacles in life. As long as you keep consistency and as long as you have the will to do better, it doesn't have to do a major like outcome, but as long as you keep doing like little efforts, that will make the difference. And with consistency, you gotta show up every day. It doesn't matter everything. This applies to everything you do in life, right? This applies to work, relationships, hobbies, etc., right? But yeah, and yeah, I think that sometimes most of the times we think that we already have it, which is not the case. Like, we might be lacking on consistency. I'm telling you, like, that might be true, but I'm not only telling you, like, I also like speaking to me, if that can make sense. I think it does, right? But yeah, I am mostly speaking about myself because, yeah, I mean, we have like many type of, how can I say, like variables. The variables can also be like added with obstacles, problems, but I think that, well, as long as we try to do better, we will overcome those problems, right? But yeah, and well, many times, well, in life we have a lot of aspects. There you go. We have a lot of aspects, many like sections of our life. Many are more like, some are more important than others, but well, many are. Like, for example, if you have consistency on your job, that's something important, right? Or if you are like having consistency with your loved ones or your family, that's a huge important thing. Like, if you have responsibilities and things you have to take care of and you're consistent with that, that's a huge significance in your life, right? And yeah, I think that well, it's sometimes it's good to be like not good, you know what I'm saying? And yeah, many times you will not be able to like be consistent with certain aspect of your life, but you might be like doing really good or rocking on a certain or other type of like section of your life or portion of your life. Maybe you be consistent with your job and you might be lacking time with your family, or you might be like lacking consistency in job and you might be really consistent with your family, for example. Or which I think in my case, the one that it's like not having a job, not being consistent with the job and being consistent with your family, that's my case. But I mean, I try to do whatever that was possible on my hands to keep that job, which at the end I'm glad that I like quit, because I didn't see no point at it. I was getting treated mostly unfairly, and like, and it did not pay it off as much, you know. For I'm not saying that they didn't pay me right. I'm just saying that it wasn't worthwhile. It wasn't like worth it, you know, at the end. And yeah, it happens. But yeah, and I have to be like, I'm consistent with certain responsibilities and certain projects I have to do, but I have to, in this case, on my career aspect of my life, I need to be more consistent with looking for a job, right? Not having a job because I don't have currently, but looking for a job. And I think that I be lacking a lot of the process during this couple of weeks, but I will get at a certain point tomorrow. And tomorrow, if I do upload a video, I will tell you more in detail what happened. But I'm going on a mission tomorrow to be consistent and be looking for jobs, right? Yeah. Keep striking. And for all of y'all that you still have your job and you're being stable for the moment, I will, and you, well, there's be people that can like their jobs. I'm telling, for those people that don't like their jobs, I said, man, don't quit your job. Yeah, it can be difficult. Yeah, you can have a lot of issues on the road, but as long as you keep like pushing forward, keep striking, showing up every day, which involves consistency, you should be good. Yeah. Maybe you, like me on my last job, maybe you have coworkers that don't appreciate you and they are all rude, even though you are just trying to do your job, right? But well, sometimes it is what it is, and I recommend you to ignore them. I recommend you to like not get involved with them. Just like give the information that is necessary. I do recommend like to avoid conflict. It's not like that you are avoiding like confrontation, right? It's just that, man, you just gotta appreciate your peace, bro. Don't let nobody like try to pull your buttons. It's not worth it, bro. They just trying to like bring down your peaceful zone. Yeah. And if you are a chill guy like me, like on person, like in real life, I don't know. The problem was never you, bro. The problem was never you. Was them. I'm telling you. the problem. If you're having that problem too, like on your job, I'm telling you, bro, you are not the problem, it's them. But yeah, always, whenever you are going through the motions, to the negative motions, just remember, had that first thought that it's not them. It's not them, like they are, it's not them, like it's not their well, they are not gonna like appreciate your job, right? They are not gonna appreciate the things you do. It's not on them, right? It's on you. It's your perspective from, from your position. Maybe they could be rude on you, maybe. And maybe there's certain people out there that in jobs that they won't, like coworkers that want to cause conflict towards you. But sometimes it's difficult. It's difficult out there. Like if you just want to like work, there's gonna be a coworker in any job, a coworker that, or sometimes it's even, and that's worst. When it's even more than one, that's worse, bro, because it's heat. It's like war zone. It's like heat over here, heat over there, and it's like ridiculous, You get my point? It's like insane, ridiculous BS. And if you're going through that motions on the job field, I'm very sorry for you. I'm very sorry. I get the feeling it's BS. It's torture. But you know what else? It's also torture. Not having a job, not being entertained, not having a mission, not being like, because our life is like a video game, right? We gotta have something to be engaged on the morning. Yeah, at first you will not like it. Yeah, of course. But as long as we go to the point, being consistent, you gotta show every day. Yeah, just avoid it if you can avoid. Well, sometimes if you have the misfortune, like, how can I say, if you have the misfortune of being unlucky to hit that place, well, you are gonna, even though you sometimes don't want to have a confrontation, there's always gonna be a coworker that will push it. Confrontation will take place, and well, so be it, bro. I mean, it's tough. If you're just like me, like if you appreciate your peace, bro, and I don't recommend it though. Yeah, you might appreciate your peace, but don't quit your job, bro. Don't quit your job. Don't quit your job. No. Even though if you appreciate your peace, don't quit your job. Yes, it can be difficult. Yes, you gotta appreciate your peace, but man, it's also really bad not having a job for the moment. But I have faith that I will find something. I haven't currently find something, but I have the faith later on I will have a job. Yeah, it's gonna be tougher. Yeah, but nothing that it's beautiful comes easy, right? And we gotta, and it goes back to our consistency position. Yeah, consistency is the key. Like, keep repeating it's a synonym for repetition, right? Repeating habits, that's what consistency is. Basically, it's the repetition of habits that will lead you towards a goal, right? And yeah, I will say that even though things can get tough, don't quit your job. Be consistent on that. And not, well, that's my like feedback towards you on the job field, but that applies to everything. You can be consistent with your family, with your responsibilities. Like, if you are lacking those, well, on your family side and the responsibilities beside job, if you're lacking, well, that's more easy to get through, right? It's just doing those things back again, right? But I will say that on the job field, yeah, it's kind of risky not being consistent because you lose your job. Or yeah, if you like stop showing like me, well, they will fire you. They're gonna fire you, right? Yeah. But in the case of certain responsibilities, if you don't do them a day, it's not a of a big deal. There you go. It's not a huge deal, right? So yeah. So certain aspects of your life require consistency, significance, levels of consideration. That's, well, basically my glance on it. I want to know your thoughts. Hit me up with all the thoughts you have on this topic. Consistency, I think it's really important, and we gotta have more value towards consistency, right? So yeah, don't forget to like, comment, share, subscribe. See you on the next one. Bye. See ya.